Hey folks, Jim Hudson here giving you your weekly on-the-spot web fishing report and ice report. We'll get right into the ice report, and ice conditions are still doing really good down in Ashland area over to Washburn. Um, about 12 to 16 inches anywhere from Second Landing down to the head of the bay near the Whittlesea and Fish Creek, and then 12 to 14 inches as you get out towards the lighthouse and then over to Washburn, West End Park, and to the near the coal dock. As you get from the coal dock north out of Washburn, then you start seeing a foot near the coal dock, but then it thins as you get up to Houghton Point on the perimeters of the shallow ice that leaves the bay, and then thinner ice in the middle of the deep water, out to Long Island and Houghton Point. Real, thin. There'll be thin ice out off on the point of Long Island still for a while, which usually is the case because there's a lot of current out there. I personally haven't been out that far on Long Island side, but I did hear there's decent ice halfway out there, so and then it thins a little bit. So, but either way, just check ice conditions as you're going, like usual. Always be with a buddy, have your ice picks, have your life jacket on, have a throw rope, and have a game plan. Never take it for granted that you see a snowmobile track, ATV track, or footprints. That ice is safe. Make sure it's you make sure it's safe for you. So basically, that's what's going on in the bay. Not much has really changed. Grew a little bit of ice. Um, Around the point from Houghton Point down to the Sioux, there's some fishable ice. Guys are walking out there. Still pretty variable, still pretty thin. That stuff, check it out good if you're gonna go check it out to fish. And then you get real thin ice from the Sioux to Van Tassel's Point, and then as you get up past Van Tassel's Point to you know, around Port Superior to Bayfield, you got some open water, and because the boat's still running, and then from Bayfield up to around into Frog Bay, there's ice that's latched on over to Oak, into Basswood, into Madeline. It's fishable. Guys, still pretty thin, but guys have been poking their way out there a little bit. Use caution on there, and over by Bodine's down to the Sioux. Use a lot of caution. They're, fish it smart. Fishing wise, been pretty mediocre still in the bay. A lot of perch around still, but there is some fish being caught. Some trout and salmon, whitefish, smelt. Out in the main basin part of the bay near the lighthouse mainly. And same as you leave that channel, as you're making your way out to Houghton Point. One thing in particular that I've been finding is a lot of these fish have been, 25 feet or deeper this year, in the bay especially, and then even some other different areas I've been fishing. In the bay, I accumulate that too. A lot of the perch are out deeper, plus the bay got real muddy, and these fish feed by sight, so they get in this, they try to find that clear water to feed, so push them out of the shallows. And then other spots I've been fishing, it seems that these fish are full of like 2-inch smelt, and it seems like the smelt are pushed off in that little bit deeper water, so they're not having to go in that shallow water to feed very often. So that's just some of the observations I've been seeing. Lure wise, run the gamut. Like last week, I showed that macho minnow. That's still been working really good. Buckshot's been working really good. Haley spoons with the chain dropper been working good. Salmo chubby darters, number fives and number fours, been working good. Nils Master jigging shad's been working good, and then of course Cast Masters, Swedish pimples, the old standbys. Um, One thing, like I mentioned last week too, seemed like staying put, letting the fish come to you has been the key for this year. The fish are really roaming; they're not really on structure, so they're kind of basin fish, what I'd call them. So set some tip ups all around, and hunker down, and you should get bit. Other than that, not much else going on. Just guiding heavy now, and but I do want to talk about a few new products here that I've got. Something that is really interesting for us bobbers. A bag that I found StrikeMaster, one of my sponsors, they came up with, engineered with Tony Roach, a guy over on Mille Lacs. They call it the Roach bag. But one thing that's really cool about it, kind of lift it up here, is it's pretty, it's pretty big, good size to fit our tackle in it for bobbing. One thing, if I open it up, I pull out, I can fit some Plano boxes in here. One thing I like is, because I do this as well with my boxes, is I put some of this felt stuff in here. See it? And that way I can hook my spoons or my beetles up into it, and then they're not banging all around. I actually find some stuff at Menards. It's a gray type of matting to put in on garages to dampen noise, and I put that in my Plano boxes, and I hook my jigs in there so they're not rattling on each other and stuff. One of the big pains for bobbing. But yeah, it's got plenty of room. You can put a handheld depth finder in it. It's got room on the front. You can like bait pucks and stuff. I carry extra minnows and all that kind of jazz in there. But then also, like, I use a lot of Berkley Gulp products. The 3-inch, 4-inch Berkley Gulp minnows. But it's perfect to carry all this kind of stuff in, and put your odds and ends in. We're always looking for a new bag. It snaps together. It has Velcro. It's got a good carrying case, but it works really good. I've been using it so far in my fish trap to carry my stuff out, but I'm really looking forward to bobbing to, carry my spoons and jigs and all that kind of stuff. Also from StrikeMaster, for those guys that like to have little new gadgets, they made a new cover. It's called a snap cap for your auger bit. This one's 8-inch, but basically what it is, it just it's a snap to put onto your blades. Pretty neat product because you can take it on and off with your boot. You don't have to. You just step on the side up here with the side of your boot to unsnap it and get your auger out, and then it just snaps back. Then you can leave it open and then put your auger back in it like so, and then it just snaps back. So it's a neat little product. But StrikeMaster is always engineering new stuff. But stuff like this you can order right from StrikeMaster website. I don't know if the shops around here, some of them may have it. You may want to talk to Craig at Outdoor Lure, but he should be able to get them too. Same with the tackle bags. Or of course he's got all the stuff to fill up your tackle bags. But anyways, just a few new gizmos out there on the market this year, and I'll be showing more of that as the season wears on. So just hopefully everyone's having good fishing, and if you have any questions, give me a call or write me an email, and I'll be more than happy to help you. Or if you want to see something on here, I'll be more than willing to do it. So, all right, have a great weekend and great week, and good fishing, guys. Take care.